Before we get into the video, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, or else you might see this under your bed tonight. People naturally don't change, but why would they? People quickly get accustomed to routines. For instance, when somebody sneezes, you most likely say bless you. If there's a birthday, you sing happy birthday. Now imagine I told you instead of saying bless you, you have to say bumfuzzle. And instead of singing happy birthday, you will have to sing Love Sosa by Chief Keef.
I'm gonna sing happy birthday to London. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's actually not a bad idea, but all jokes aside, it will take you a while to get accustomed to those changes. Just 58 years ago, black people were segregated from whites, ladies had newfound laws, and everyone was trying to adapt for the better or worse. Man, and I still can't get over the fact that iPhone removed the headphone jack out of all their phones, but change doesn't happen overnight. Maybe not even in a year or a decade, but when change is destined to happen, it will change. For me, there are two types of change: natural and forced. You see, natural change could be considered as learning how to deal with native animals in the forest. Forced change could be as bad as forcing ideologies on people because you think your ideologies are superior. Change comes in many variations. But what does this have to do with today's video? Today we'll be talking about forced diversity in media. What is forced diversity? Well, it's when someone is included for no other reason than to please a certain audience. People in general have attachment to many things that they hold close to their heart, such as books, movies, and songs. So if you grew up watching Annie all the way back in 1982, old ass nigga, and you can relate to a poor orphan growing up, that's great. Now imagine 20 years later, your favorite movie is getting remade, but there's a twist. She's black. Same story, really only one difference, is that she's black. Now there's two ways you can look at this. That is forced diversity, because Annie was never black, so why is she now? Or is it natural, because the premise is about a poor orphan, and anyone can be an orphan, white, black, Hispanic, there's no gray area. Recently in the media, there has been two forced diversity instances that's been blowing up. Starting off with the most recent controversy, we have Velma. Being completely honest, this show was destined to fail from the start. People were already mad about the unnecessary race change without any explanation whatsoever, but on top of that, it strays away from the source material. Pretty much, this isn't even a Scooby-Doo show anymore. It's really just Scooby-Doo characters with a whole different childhood concept. My biggest question is, why even base it in this universe? This seems like a pretty decent show, but since you put it in the Scooby-Doo universe, it just messed it all up. After all, why not just make an original character that minorities can look up to? Not to be corny or anything, but when my little sister seen The Princess and the Frog for the first time, it turned out to be her favorite movie, and I believe it's because she got to see a princess that looks like her on the animated screen. I also remember when The Book of Life came out, and my friend told me this is one of his favorite movies because how well it represented Hispanic culture. Now, about the Little Mermaid situation, it's a mermaid who's friends with a Jamaican crab, and their father is the king of the ocean. And for all the people out there talking about what if we made Black Panther white? Bro, he's the king of an African country. Why would he ever be white? The only time race and ethnicity should 100% matter is when you're portraying a historical figure. Like, let's be real. If they was doing a recast of Sweet Like and Zack and Cody, and they wanted to make, I don't know, Mr. Mosby white, who cares, because his race has nothing to do with his character at all. It is 100% no realism in this movie whatsoever. If this was Mulan or Merida from Brave, then yeah, one's Chinese and the other one is Scottish. I can't believe people are getting racially motivated over a fish who wants to human. LOL. In all honesty, I was never a fan of forced diversity because, hear me out, as a black person, I feel like we get put in these situations by film directors and internet trolls when we didn't even ask for these changes. So now we have to defend ourselves on why certain characters can even have the audacity to be black. We need a lot more natural diversity because frankly, I'm tired of the political movements, the ideologies from the internet, movies, and people try to influence our daily lives. Enough is enough. I think everybody wants to force change, but they're rushing it. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm simply Jay, and peace.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Never meant to to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
My baby's drama, mama don't like me. She been doing things like having them boys come from her neighborhood to the studio trying to fight me. She didn't get a piece of American pie, take her a bite out. That's my house. I'll disconnect the cable and turn the lights out and let